Okay, hey, hope everybody's doing well. This is a Fleck 5600 SXT made by Pentar water softener. And what's happened is that after a regeneration, I don't know, it's a couple of months ago, it just stopped having pressure. And so we had to put the valves, the service valves, into bypass mode, and that's the only way we could get pressure. I've looked up videos online, and everybody's suggesting that there's something clogged up or that the beads have gone bad because we do have a lot of chlorine in this area. So I've what you got to do, there's two screws. There's a screw here. I know it's hard to see, man. There's a screw here and a screw there. I've already removed. There's a screw there that you got to remove, and then you kind of do this number forward, and the thing comes up. The electronic comes out because it's still working. All the electronics is still working. So the issue, the videos I saw online don't explain, like, well, okay, how do you know if the beads are bad? And basically all I get is, well, you have no pressure after a regeneration. And so anyway, once again, what happens is, it goes into, we got into the backwash, and then there's a little bit of pressure, and you go in and turn on the cold or the hot water, and the pressure just dwindles down to nothing. So one gentleman online was suggesting, you got to pull this, undo this, and the beads go bad, and it clogs up the, there's a hose that goes all the way down to the bottom. I'll take a video when I'm doing that. And then you just replace the beads and put it back in service. Now, there is a filter behind here that I've already checked. And it was a little bit messed up. I want to say clogged, 10 being just totally clogged. This was like at a 1.5. So it wasn't really that bad. So anyway, I cleaned it, and that didn't solve the problem. So there is some iron here in this area, and again, I won't figure out until I start pulling this guy off. And the way you pull this guy out to see down, basically this controls the piston, if you will, that goes up and down through the different backwash cycles and stuff. But there's a screw here, and a screw there. You pull that off, and then that allows you to pull this whole mechanism out. And I mean, could there be something that's clogging that there? Yeah, I don't know. So first thing is, I'm just going to go ahead and unscrew this, and see if the well, look at the beads, because all the videos I've watched, the guys are pulling out the beads, but how do you know that they're bad other than you don't have pressure? And so that's our symptom is, after the backwash and everything goes through regeneration, boom, thing comes back on service, pressure goes away. And so, I don't know. I guess that's how you troubleshoot this. All right, I'll be back later. Okay, so what I've done is I've managed to drain out all the beads. Okay, there they are. And again, on some of the videos I've been watching, I can't remember the guys' names, when they're replacing these, they look pretty dark like this. And the new ones that are being replaced are a little bit more on the goldish and yellowish type. All right, that guy right there, this guy goes all the way down the center. Okay, and there's some, okay, and where am I? Oh, there you go. Okay, and so that bottom guy, this guy right here, that goes all the way down to there. The water comes in through here, goes all the way down, and then comes out from the bottom, then comes up. All right. Now, I guess what's happening is, they're getting all clogged up right there. And I've sprayed some water in the tube, and the water is flowing fairly easily through that. I'm sorry. The water is flowing fairly easily through that. Now, the top part, the controller, the piece that goes over here, that guy is right here, and that also has a filter, okay? So if you're wondering how do the beads stay in there, well, as the water goes through the tank all the way to the bottom, comes out from this filter, then comes up through the top where this guy is, like this, right? Comes around here and through there, and that's how this guy keeps the beads inside. And this guy's just screwed on. It's righty-tighty. By the way, we just put that on a brick. Now it's going to be real heavy with the water and the beads, so you got to be careful. Don't bust a nut trying to take it out, or when you're moving it. But anyway, so this guy is screwed on like this, and it's not very tight. Okay, and you just got to be real careful not to break anything. Don't break that filter. Don't break this filter. Don't break this guy and the filter at the bottom. And so what I'm going to attempt to do, I told my buddy, I go, you know what? I'm just going to put this thing all back together without the beads, put it in there, and see if I have any pressure. And if I do have pressure, then the beads are bad. If I don't have pressure, then something's wrong in here, and we can take this apart fairly easily. So before he even spends money on the beads and all that, we're going to do that. So just another way to check. Alrighty. Talk to you later. Okay, so this guy right here is bayoneted in through here. Okay, there's a bayonet mount. Let me put this up like this. In there, I don't know if you can see it. Then the guys talk about, oh, there's a O-ring you need to be replacing and stuff. Eventually, they want you to put some O-ring grease on this, and then there's an O-ring right in here, like literally about 2 millimeters in, and it's right in here. And that O-ring goes around this guy. And I don't know if y'all can see right there. I don't know if you can see that, but that's about where it goes all the way through. All right, so that's how that goes. The only thing I have not done, and I'm not going to do right now, is take apart the controller that's in there. Because basically today I just want to find out, I'm going to put it all back together here, put it back into service, and then see if if there's pressure after it goes through. I'm just going to kind of speed it up through the backwash, the brine, fill, all that stuff. I'm just going to fast forward through that to get it into service. And if it has pressure, then we got to assume it was the beads. And so then I'll tell my buddy to order the beads and stuff and stuff. So that's kind of where we're at. All right, later. Okay, one thing I forgot to say is we did clean. I did see some beads that were inside in here, and we just took a toothbrush I took a toothbrush, cleaned it out in the sink and stuff. So it's ready to go. All right, so I'm going to be putting it back together. Be back. And so I've already kind of got it screwed on there. It's pretty straightforward. Here's some more O-rings that we'll have to put some type of O-ring grease on there. And so this stuff screws on fairly easy. And then right there it's tight. And now you straddle it with your legs, and then you go maybe about another quarter turn, and that's about it. Okay, see ya. Okay, so I'm kind of cycling it through. It's already filled up with water. The backwash, I went and pressed it. Now you have to wait till the time comes up to fast forward to the next one. I'm just going to fast forward to it. So here goes. I'm going to go to the RR. Rapid something, can't remember. And so basically what I'm doing is You, if I'm not mistaken, to relieve the pressure, you put this thing into regen by holding this guy for 5 seconds, and then once it does that, you can close the bypass valves there, and then you unplug it from the wall down there. And when you put it all back together, it comes back to that backwash. And so I'm just waiting for the time here to press this to just fast forward to the next section, because I want to see if it's going to have pressure after. You know, I'm kind of like going fast forward through a regeneration cycle. All right, so there's the time. Press it, and now it's going to the brine feed. And brine feed, I'm assuming that this is where it would feed the brine into the. It would suck the water up. I'm trying to see if it's actually doing that. Kind of hard to tell whether it's sucking the water up or not. Well, okay, so I'm just going to fast forward to the next section. And then supposedly the next section, it's going to cut everything off and go back into service, I think. Let's hope. Yeah. Okay. So here's the moment of truth. This is testing the valve. And so what would happen with all the seeds in there, it would lose the pressure. Yeah, so by now the pressure would be, it would go to 0. So let's go to the kitchen real quick. Hey dogs, how y'all doing? Watch out. Let's go to the kitchen here and see if he's got pressure. So everything's in service, and so the cold water, I believe it's this way. Yeah, so it's working. If I go the other way, it should be hot. This way should be hot. Let's see if it'll get hot here. His water heaters are a little far away from the kitchen. Oh yeah, so it's getting hot. Okay, so we'll go back to the cold water. And we still have pressure. So man, okay, I'm going to assume it was the beads that were bad. And we do have here in Sherryland, there is a lot of chlorine in the water. So, all right, so let's just go make sure everything is, then I have everything right over here. Let's try this one more time. This is the cold. Oh yeah, we got some good pressure. Let's go out here. Let's just make sure everything is in service. Yep, so in service is straight. Right here, in service is straight. And then bypass is this way. So it's definitely the beads. I mean, you know, that's what I'm coming up with. Here they are drying out. And with a shovel, we're just going to pick them up and throw them in the trash, I guess. So my buddy was looking up beads, and apparently there's different types of beads for different types of like if you live in the city and you have a lot of chlorine, there's a certain percentage of bead. I don't know what the percentage means, that it has a higher capacity or whatever. And if you're getting water, say from you're out at a ranch and you got a well water, that's not going to have chlorine, so you don't need to have those beads. So you can use a different type of bead. So, okay, so that's where we're at. I'm going to leave it like this until he gets the beads, and then it's going to be taking them out and seeing if it produces some soft water. Definitely we'll have to let it go through the whole regeneration cycle and make sure that this thing is working fine and stuff. Feeding the water here, sucking it out, making the brine and whatever. All right, so it's going to be a while before I do the last part to this video, because I'm not sure how long it's going to take the beads, and then when I come over here to fix it. All right, have a good one.